Well, howdy everyone, and welcome back to the show. Welcome to Arms and Armor Corner. I'm the once and forever true errant militia captain at arms, no affiliations. This here, with me as always, of course, is Sheriff Bernard. Now, for this particular video, what I wanted to do is answer a few questions that we got on Discord, Twitter, Instagram, that kind of thing. We've never done a Q&A during the course of this here show, so we thought this would be the perfect time to do so. We're back, baby!
Hey, I'm here too. Keep fucking with
I guess I'm just gonna keep pulling this thing up the entire time we do this.
Yeah.
Do I look hot? Do I look sweat?
I know I do.
Do I look... Yeah, you actually look really good. This is fucking stupid.
I told you. I told you.
Farley. I look like I'm a bad day and a rum ham away from just losing it all.
I mean, it kind of explains the dynamic.
Oh, dude, I'm looking good. I'm
Like
strapped up, strapped in.
Sorry, you're gonna have to excuse the phone because we're heckin' low budget. Do you want to go first or do you want me to go first?
Just go ahead and fucking pull it out.
First question. Are we doing names?
What?
From Clara at Arms.
I think it's Clara.
Clara
at Arms.
asks, what's your guys' favorite game of all time?
Oh, fucking starting off with one of the most impossible questions. Favorite game of all time?
I mean, I know what mine is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Go ahead then.
Knights of the Old Republic 2.
Oh, is that wasn't that a 90s game?
It was on original Xbox and PC. I played it on Xbox. It was largely unfinished, and you could tell playing the game. But I don't know what about it just sunk its hooks into me and never let go.
Whenever we were delivering bread, did I watch you play that?
Yes.
A little bit of it? Yeah.
Yes.
Half roll RPG, half action? Question mark? WoW?
Action RPG made by BioWare. I think I've played through that game 15 times at this point.
Jesus.
Not an exaggeration.
That's like my shining force, I guess.
Yeah, and it's not like I'm ever surprised by anything. I've literally wrung every ounce of content out of that fucking game.
The year was 1994. The first time I ever picked up a Sega Genesis controller. And that game was probably Shining Force. I don't know if that's my favorite game of all time, though. I played it the most. Again, like you said, it's not surprising. Nothing surprises me.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe Diablo 1?
See, if I had to answer that question for you, I would say your favorite game is Halo 3 ODST.
Dude, I RP'd the fucking shit out of fucking ODST.
Yeah, way back when, Cap used to come and crash on my couch and work for me from time to time.
A wonderful period of time.
Yes, it was very good. And one night, I didn't feel like staying up all night, and I was like, dude, I have 600 Xbox 360 games. Pick one. He was like, ODST sounds cool. Popped it in, and the next morning, when I was getting up to make us coffee to go to work, I get to the top of the stairs and I hear, I've got half a gravity hammer and 36 shots of carbine left. Let's fucking do this. This guy, never been a huge Halo guy, decided that he was gonna baptize himself in the Halo 3 ODST legendary experience.
Yes.
Out the gate.
That shit was so New Mombasa.
New Mombasa. Yes.
That was the best single player campaign I've ever played, by a wide margin.
And it's so good. If you actually sit there and look at all the little details about the what was the AI, the caretaker?
Yes.
Yeah. And how fucking broken he is.
I looked at every rock in that fucking game.
Dude,
smelling it, looking around, peeking around. I literally, and this is, I don't really love video games all that much anymore, but ODST was one of the first and maybe ever games that I actually felt like I was there.
Yeah, and they did it so good too, because you felt like you were a not secret super soldier.
Yeah.
Like they didn't fucking go full Halo. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
God, Halo is the most fucking ridiculous thing in the world.
I'm gonna grab on this ship and let the ship take me into orbit.
Yes.
You
What?
know?
No.
Jumping from fucking Saturn to Earth.
No, you're not. Shut up.
I mean, also this. Okay, so I'll give a top 3 in no real particular order. Shining Force for the Sega Genesis, The Legacy of Great Intention, Diablo 1, and Minecraft. I don't give a shit what anyone says, dude. Minecraft
Has you by the balls every time you remember you own it.
yeah. I would like sink like weeks into that game. I would just get fucking lost in it. I love it. I don't know. I don't care.
Back in ye olden days, I think we did a LAN game of it once.
Yeah.
And we did a Finn and Jake thing, because that is kind of like a long-running meme between us.
Yeah, for sure.
And our only goal was to find a village.
Yes. Oh my God, I forgot all about this.
And we had to sail across an actual ocean-sized body of water.
It was probably the size of the Indian Ocean.
Yeah.
And it was like, what, 2 straight days of sailing?
Of just sailing.
Like in real lifetime.
Yeah. Not even joking. And that's back whenever boats would break.
Oh, lily pad?
Yes, cuz.
To find somewhere, scramble to get on land and build the fucking boat back. Like, how am I gonna get any wood?
Yes. Oh my God. Minecraft. So you gave your top 3.
I mean, I can't give a 1, but that's a solid top 3.
I mean, so Knights of the Old Republic 2, definitely way up there for me. Fallout New Vegas is another one that I truly, truly love.
Still have never played a Fallout game.
I think you'd like them. Especially like the older ones. Sorry for the burp.
They come for the burp, dude. They come for the burp.
All I do is add sounds and weird quips. That's my entire contribution to the show. What? Number 3, dude, that's a tough one because I really like the Mass Effect series. I guess if you couldn't tell, I'm a huge BioWare nerd. So I like Mass Effect, the original 3. Andromeda, to me, was a dumpster fire that I started. You know what I mean?
You started?
Yeah. Like, like if I was to start a dumpster fire,
right,
I would stick around for it. It's still flaming garbage, but...
Like the tried and true train wreck?
Yeah.
You can't look away?
Yeah. So that's that. If I had to swap another one in, maybe the Fable games, maybe?
No, dude, Fable broke my fucking heart.
I love Fable, though.
Fable 1 was just fine for the time. But then I was like, yeah, Fable 2, we got all this cool shit coming. Nothing.
You got a dog.
Yeah, it's like, dude, what did he say in the fucking interview? Like, this is going to change the landscape of companions and love and video games.
We're introducing a feature that will revolutionize how gamers feel about their involvement in the game world. And it was a dog. Fucking
whip you up.
Way to go, Peter Molyneux.
Oh, man.
I think that guy died.
Oh, rip. Yeah. I literally almost fell backwards onto the open flame.
Obviously, we could sit here and talk about him until we die.
Next question. I'm going to take a sip.
I'm also going to take a sip.
Dude, my fucking arm is already getting tired. Both of my fucking arms are getting tired. We're going to be here for like an hour at least. What do we got?
We know what we're doing. We're not phoning this in.
Goddamn professionals. Hit me with that good shit.
Earl of Scragg.
The Earl of Scragg.
Favorite movie?
It has been known as fact. It has been written as lore. I am not much of a movie man.
Not even a little bit.
It's easy for me to go on a spree that seems very on the nose for this show. I could throw out fucking Kingdom of Heaven. I could throw out For the King. Is that what it was called? The low fantasy movie we watched together?
No, that was just The King.
The King. Okay.
A Chicken's Wing, that one?
I could throw out Lord of the Rings as whole. We'll just count that all as one big movie. I could easily do that, but I don't want to do that. What is a movie? You know what one of my favorite movies is? The Lighthouse.
Is it?
Did you watch it?
I haven't watched it yet, no.
Dude, it is... I made everyone in Alaska when I was up there this year watch it, and we were quoting that shit the whole fucking season. It is so goddamn good. The Lighthouse has got to be one of my favorite movies.
My sword.
Bigfoot Goes West. Every year on my birthday, I watch that, and I eat a pizza pie. My Christmas Eve movie I watch every year on Christmas Eve is Space Odyssey 2001.
Oh, God.
I fucking love that movie.
You're an
so
actual
good.
fucking psychopath. That is not a good
That's
movie.
my Christmas movie.
Jesus, does it fucking drag on.
Oh, but I like that, though. You know, it's weird. Like, I would assume that people would see me as the way that I am. I like really slow, atmospheric movies.
Like
for some reason.
slow burn stuff.
I can feel it. I can feel my mind going.
Oh, no.
Oh, Nightmare for Christmas. I know that's a big popular movie, but that changed my life when I was a kid.
That movie suck.
Is Bernard just our zero? Oh shit! I literally turned around and he's looking right at him.
I am surprised that you didn't say the 13th Warrior.
Oh, 13th Warrior. That's literally one of my very favorite movies. We watch that shit like what, 3-4 times a year?
Easily.
Easily, yeah.
It's just a man.
But I was trying to like get off the Arms and Armor. I was trying to say movies that wouldn't be like too on the nose.
I mean,
but that's I can't get away from that one.
Stay true to what you know.
There's got to be like one more that I can't get to.
The one with Batman in it, where he jumped out the window at the end. Hawkman?
Oh, Birdman. Birdman was great. And speaking of that, American Psycho. That was the first time. Actually, you know what? That's a funny story. I actually really like that because that movie was the first time in my life. A big reason why I don't like watching movies is because if I know I'm watching a movie, I don't like it.
Yeah.
I want to be immersed in it. The first time I ever forgot that there was an actor on the screen was Pat Bateman. I literally forgot that was not a real person. So that movie, and I know that's like a red flag movie.
Yeah.
But it's not that. It's just the first time, or at least not for me, it's the first time I forgot that was an actor.
I watched that movie in recent history, and most of the time I was just like, oh no. I shouldn't say that on the internet.
It's like we're trying to get away from like the bad nuance of what we do. It's like,
Jesus.
You hit him with that one.
I don't know what. Scruffy beard. Yes. Feel the scruffs of my beard. It's full-time ASMR hours.
Fucking pair of scissors.
With the chieftain.
Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's hit it. Let's fucking hit it.
My favorite movie. We'll go for the low-hanging fruit, I guess.
Hit him with it.
Saving Private Ryan.
Oh, God.
I can watch that movie back to back.
How did I forget about that one? I actually like that movie too.
To back. I love it. And it makes me feel just as bad as the first time I ever watched it. I was like, damn, I don't deserve all the things that I have because of folks like this.
That's a tough one, man.
Dude, I love it.
That's a tough one.
I love it so many.
Up him.
And he just blows him away at the end. Oh.
I remember my history teacher. We watched actually Saving Private Ryan in my senior year history class, and my history teacher was this fucking fanatic weird guy. I loved him. Football coach. When he graded papers, he would leave a stack of papers on his head. I'm not even remotely exaggerating.
Like for his posture?
I don't know. He would he would take the grade one and he would stack the other ones on his fucking head, and he had this big frown. He used to play for the Chicago Bears.
Yeah.
And anyway, we're watching Saving Private Ryan. He didn't say a thing the whole fucking movie. And the scene where Upham is running with all the ammunition, he turns around in the class. He's like, "You know what that guy is? That's an ammo carrier. Do you know what an ammo carrier is? A coward."
Yeah.
That's all he said.
The Patriot's good, just because you can actually see Mel Gibson's actual lunacy.
Fucking racist ass Mel Gibson's.
Yeah, whenever he's sizing up the antagonist, and he's poking out his bottom lip, and he's just like, "I will kill you before this war is over," and that's all he says. And you can fucking tell that the character meant it.
Sure.
It was like, I would go home. I would take that long boat ride back to Britain.
I don't even know what his character's name was in that movie, but like that was just Mel Gibson telling that guy who was gonna kill him.
Do I have one that's not violent?
There's something.
I don't know, Snatch.
You watch so many goddamn movies.
Yeah, I do watch a lot of movies. Snatch is good.
Didn't you like Thor Ragnarok?
Yeah, that one's hilarious, but just because of the director's character, I can't remember.
Oh yeah, I forget his name.
The rock guy. God, he's fucking such a good character. Fucking love that guy.
I still have only seen Avengers 1 and Iron Man 3. And
Ew.
that movie was fucking awful.
That was so bad.
That movie was awful.
So bad.
I have seen little to none of the.
Oh, Fern Gully.
Fern Gully!
I love that movie.
So those of you who don't actually know my actual book, because I've talked about it so many times, a big inspiration for my book was none other than the fucking movie Fern Gully because of the monster in it.
I want to be Robin Williams' bat. With the happy
I forgot
probe.
about Batty.
Huh?
How did I forget about that?
I just want the happy probe.
Yeah.
You just flick it and you instantly feel better.
Right?
Just antenna hanging side of your head.
Smack it.
Everyone that's in the Discord, join the Discord or ask how to, by the way. We're also on Twitter at Talia Al Ghul as whose birthday is it? It's ours!
It's our birthday! Let the streamers fall!
Yeah, big three.
One time we were at 1,200 subs and now we're less than 1,100.
Yes.
Good night, everybody.
I'm not sure what Mix is asking here. But Mixler.
Yes, Mix, we're gonna watch Spooky Buddies. Me and Mix are watching every single Air Bud movie in chronology.
Oh no.
It is fucking mind wash.
Why?
Melting our brains.
Why are you doing that on purpose?
We were just hanging out one night and she was like brought it up. We're like, we should watch all the Air Buds. It's like, sure, why not? Dude, it was
Here's a hard-hitting question from Nestorn at Arms.
The Nestorn
Asks, favorite food and dishes?
Okay, obviously the first thing that comes to mind, the thing that almost killed me, a pepperoni pizza pie. That's right.
Yes, you folks might not know, but I have the disgusting habit of smoking cigarettes. I will quit smoking before I quit eating pizza. Hot and ready? Like, how much cardboard do you think is in that? You can't eat cardboard.
38%.
Dude.
At least. It's like, 12:30, I'm all alone. I'm in the edit hole, the edit dungeon. And I'm like, I walk to the store, like, I don't know. And there's every single time, it's like, pizza pie? Pizza pie?
They're so
There's a
good.
little fucking demon in your head, like, ringing that bell.
Dude.
Get the fucking pizza pie, you little freak.
I ate gas station Hunt Brothers pizza every fucking day when I worked at the oil field place. Every day. And if I was feeling fancy, I'd get some of their microwaved hot wings.
Oh, God.
Every
That's
day.
like putting a fucking dirty rock in your stomach.
Yeah, and that place was in the middle of buttfuck nowhere, Texas. So the only flavor of Monster energy drink that they had was green. It was bad. That was bad times. Cool job.
Bad time.
Bad times.
That sounds like the Murder Shack. Dude, I used to go down to the corner store every fucking night when I lived at the Murder Shack and get me a fucking Tony's.
Dude, that store was awesome though. Like,
Yeah, well,
it was in a weird part of Austin, but
like the actual slums, yeah.
yeah, but like it was a real nice store and they had
Yeah.
all kind of shit in there. Like you could do full on grocery shopping in there without paying convenience store prices because the next closest grocery store was the fucking Perico that dude bought for South by Southwest.
Yep.
And demolished.
Yep. And turned it into tenements.
Yeah. Fucking asshole. Fuck you, wherever you are.
There's a bunch of just drifters there, and you're like going to the store, and every time there's like 6 people that like poke their heads up, like, hey man. I'm like, I don't have any money. I'm sorry, I'm poor. Like, I don't have anything. I don't have anything.
Please don't. No. No. And that's where you found a tip for your stolen bike.
That is a great fucking story. I remember I had to go to boxing class and every Friday we had a pro boxer come to the gym and train us. And so we would box and box and box. And then like, I forget who it was, but an actual named professional fighter came to the fucking gym on a Friday. And I was like, oh shit. Say what?
Wasn't his name like Nacho or something?
That was the first professional guy.
Gotcha.
But then there was another guy who came in who was like a real deal fighter. And then I go outside and because I would always pull my ruckus, my 50cc ruckus, up the stairs, up onto the little patio because I'm like, surely nobody's gonna walk up here and pick this fucking thing up and take it.
Well, I mean, even if they did, you would hear them instantly.
Right.
Because
the
walls in that place were about as thick as a mouse fart.
I mean, as everyone used to joke, you could literally probably push that place over.
Yeah.
And I opened the door and there's no ruckus. And I was like, oh, I probably just parked in the back. I was like, I guess I just remember. So I opened the back door and no fucking ruckus. So I was like, oh no. So I go outside, I'm like scrambling and I go up the front door and there's like a guy checking the fucking electricity meters. I'm like, dude, bro, did you like see anybody? Like I have a bike that was right here. It's a little red bike. It looks like a little wireframe. And he goes, yeah, you know what? I actually did earlier this morning. There was some guy who came up the fucking staircase, didn't hear him, pulled it off the the patio in the front, and then was walking it down the street on its back wheel because it's locked in the front, trying to sell it. So I go and I freak out, and first thing I do is I go down to Wells because I go there all the time, the little convenience store. And I'm in there and I'm yelling about it. Nobody knows anything. I go back home, call the fucking. Actually, no, I see 2 police officers out there. I'm like, dude, I stole my bike. They're like, go back home. Don't talk to anybody. Just wait there until we come and get you. It's like, all right, cool. They never do.
Yeah, thanks, APD.
Yeah. So I call 311 and I turn myself in and I say, hey, this is an emergency, but my fucking bike is stolen, yada, yada. They never come. Knock at the door like 8:30, right? And I missed my boxing class and my boxing coach is pissed.
It's like 14 hours later.
Yeah, something like that. And I open the door and it's just some lady. And I'm like, can I help you? And she's like, were you the guy that was in the Wells earlier screaming about the bike? And I was like, yes, ma'am. And she's like, get in the car. It literally just says get in the car. And I was like, okay.
Shit. This is the one time it's okay to get in the car with strangers.
Right? But she had to have, because I didn't tell anyone where I lived. She had to have gone through the whole fucking neighborhood and knocked on every door to find me. And they drove me right to it. And the funniest part about the story is if I just would have gone, because I never go out the front door and go down the main street to get there. I always went down the back door, through the alley to the next smaller street and went down. If I had done that, I would have seen it on the way there.
Like you just dished it against a telephone pole or some shit?
All right, so to answer the actual fucking question, pepperoni pizza pie, steak and eggs. I can never go wrong with steak and eggs.
Oh, dude, speaking of steak and eggs, the queso from Starseeds it's on 35 in Austin, right? I-35.
Oh, yeah, I forgot you went with us a couple times.
Fuck me dead.
Oh, dude, the mud?
Yes. It's not like high quality or anything. It's just microwave cheese with a dollop of refried beans off in the middle of it.
Yep, and jalapeno slices.
But Jesus, it sets you right after you've been drinking all night.
Drinking all night? You go get you some fucking mud from Starseeds.
Yeah.
I like, fuck, what is it called? We went to Greece. I like any Greek food. There you go. Unreal, dude. You go down to the fucking shop in Greece. I don't want to say the actual island. And you go get your fucking a gyro that's like this fucking big.
Dude, I love me a good sandwich.
Cut right in front of you. French fries in there, all the fucking shit. €2.
That's what, like 50 US?
No, that's like $3.50 US. You go in there, get two some bitch and full meal euros for like $7.
I can fuck up a sandwich. I'm a sandwich eating motherfucker.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I like me a good hot sandwich. So I guess that contributes. There is a casserole that exists in Texas called King Ranch Chicken.
Oh, oh yeah.
And I can eat that shit.
Yeah.
And it's got like 4 things, and it's like tortillas, some fucking condensed soup, chicken of your choosing, and Rotel.
Are you gonna tell them your third favorite meal is when you're home alone at 3 a.m. and you're playing a video game and you just go open a cold can of soup and eat it out of the can?
Yeah, I do that frequently too. It's not that it's a favorite, but I can't be bothered to heat it up. It's already in a container that is easy to open, and it makes a cool scraping sound.
I am not a perfect human being, but it's so weird, like knowing all of my flaws, all of them. There's a lot.
And that's the hang-up that you have.
Things that I just couldn't get my head behind is the cold soup out of the can. That's like the same feeling I get when people eat cereal with fucking water in it. Like, what kind of maniac berserker? Yeah. But if you have the ability.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know that I know a single person who hasn't eaten cereal with water not out of desperation. In fact,
I've only done it one time.
I did it once to try it, and I decided cereal dry is way better. It's like the same people that put ketchup on everything. It's like, oh, what are you doing?
Fuck.
There's superior condiments.
There's only one ketchup, and that is spicy ketchup. And it only goes on one meal, and that's a Whataburger sandwich. Ever.
Nah, you don't put it on a sandwich, you put it on the fries.
On a burg. On a big fat burg. On a big ham slab. That's it.
Me and Whataburger have fallen out of love.
Yeah. Yeah, you take it, Chicago. Just take it away. Fucking take it away from us. Come to Whataburger. It's almost as good as it used to be.
Yeah. I like fried chicken, but not because fried chicken is like good and filling and tasty and yummy.
Sure.
I fucking hate birds, okay? Birds are stupid.
Yeah, I hate birds too.
Birds are dumb. They took the superior evolutionary path millions of years ago, right?
Yep.
And then squandered it by being fucking stupid.
Not even real anyway, dude. There's governments. They're placed there by the government. They got fucking camera eyes.
I recently learned how to make pasta primavera. That's real good.
All right, next. Next. I gotta piss out my fucking eyeballs already. I knew it.
Yeah, I gotta piss real bad too. Homie been around, the field marshal.
The new one.
Bigfoot.
Not the old one, he's dead.
Yes. Bigfoot is ghost, confirmed. I don't think big feets are alive anymore. And big feets and yetis, different things.
See, the thing about it, I mean, yeah, I get it. It's like the funny meme thing. But at the time, like stepping on your fucking mic here.
The North American big feets.
Northwestern Pacific.
Yeah, it has. There's like nowhere for it to go.
How?
Like, if it was there, it would be seen.
How come you don't know that the big feet just made an underground lair? How do you know they're not that smart? I mean, we discover new species every fucking week.
Yeah, the water.
And sometimes not the water. I'm saying they're still alive. They're alive and well. They're smart enough to build underground bunkers, and that's where they fucking live.
Nope, big feet, ghost.
Big feet is not ghost. I am certain there are big feet ghosts, because they die, but they're not all ghosts.
You and me both know that ghosts don't leave footprints.
What if it's a phantom?
Ectomorphic beings.
What's real? Next! This piss break brought to you by Liquid Death.
Scrub shows up to a dress party, didn't even have a tie
Bern,
on.
you look like a goddamn professional. My fucking I'm falling apart. I'm literally falling apart. I'm trying so hard to be professional. I'm trying so hard.
Try harder.
I feel like I'm missing something. Am I missing something? I
yes.
put my sword down. So
yes.
Any argument we have, I want you to see this. Any argument we have, I win. You know why? Bigger sword. Bigger sword always wins. True facts. Bigger sword, bigger horde. You know what I'm saying?
Rude.
Hell yeah. What's next? See that falling apart.
Let's see. Blah, 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 blah. I asked favorite color.
Oh God.
Question from the chieftain.
Question from the chief. Here we go. So there's three of them. Orange, brown, and white, and black. I like black and orange for Halloween, orange and brown for the boys, And I like white and gray because it's errant colors.
Mine are brown and green. I could give you the really long, poetic version of why brown.
Put the music on. Bern, put the music on.
Everyone has heard me talk about how much of a yokel and a hick I am, so it would make sense that I like natural colors, right?
Uh-huh.
Which is kind of a weird thing to say because aren't all colors natural?
Blue. That's the only one. Number one worst color, blue. Trash.
Cobalt is blue. Also woad.
Can't go against my heritage.
Exactly.
Damn it.
It's red that you're thinking of. Doesn't exactly, like, the pigment isn't naturally occurring. I don't fucking know. I'm not an art student. Get off my back.
You know what's also not naturally occurring? Your ass.
What ass? No ass. I have a long back.
We've been friends for too long for that stuff to work. That's weird.
Brown, right? What do you think of whenever you think of brown in nature? It's usually like dirt
and earth and mud.
Yeah. And it's insignificant shit, right? Sometimes it's actual shit.
Uh-huh.
But if you have the ability to zoom in far enough on like dirt and mud, then it explodes into a kaleidoscope of the craziest shit that you would never think is in fucking dirt.
I like whenever you pick up like a handful of sand, it's nothing but like tiny coral and beautiful colors and stuff.
Like microscopic skeletons and yada yada.
This turns into brown or tan.
Yeah, from dust to dust and all that. It's very, very waxing poetic and pearls before swine kind of thinking, but it makes sense if you think about it.
If it's dust to dust and ashes to ashes, someone better get a fucking broom.
Sly.
Is this armor?
Our feathered, ever watchful, ever wise and friend.
Owl?
Yes, asks.
What's Sly want?
What would be your perfect day?
Oh.
And this is a fucking horrible question to ask me, Sly, because I don't like anything.
Don't say that, dude. Sly. You beg Sly to ask us questions.
As I sit and breathe and think right now, it would be enjoying a couple cold beers on the back porch at the trash castle with a little fire going in the chimney and just shooting the shit. Like, if I could do that all fucking day, that'd be great. It really doesn't take a whole lot to make me happy. Like, tell me I do a good job sometimes, and then I'm your fucking friend for life.
All right, perfect day. Okay, I wake up. It's midnight. I live in a 3-story tower on a cliff that overlooks a small thatched roof community. A castle town, if you will. And the back castle keep. I turn over. There she is. My beautiful wife, warrior-ess, a shield maiden, perhaps. Raven hair, so dark and black, it looks like the fucking galaxy.
Act like you like me. Get in here.
I wake up. I'm doing my fucking, I got a wing now. My pauldron's now a wing.
So you're not going to knock me over.
Oh, it fell off.
But you will knock over all fucking lights. But then it wouldn't be ANAC if something didn't fucking break.
I'm talking like, think any RPG and like the level 1 to 3 enemies.
Also slimes?
Like, you got the slimes out there. You got the imps out there, maybe. You got the skeletons, of course. Bern's there, too. He's, like, kind of on the door. He's like a door knocker. And we go outside.
He just relegated you to an ornamental alarm.
Oh, that guy gives me so much shit. All right, I'm trying to help you.
He gives you so much shit.
I'm trying to help you get your life back.
Gives you so much shit and he took my fucking job.
Oh, you didn't take shit, you quit. You quit on me. You quit on us.
Officially quit once.
You quit. You quit me.
Once.
All right, we go outside. We battle fucking monsters. We take the meat. We cook the meat.
Don't eat monster meat, dude.
We eat the monster meat. Our health meter goes up by 1 maximum per day.
This is how raid bosses are made.
Yeah. And then we fucking die and we bring everyone in the community in. Bring everyone into the back castle keep, all on the bottom floor. That's the dining floor. and we feed everyone inside. We got the Cosmic Owl, we got Mix, we got Rowan, we got everybody in there. Scrag's in there, Nestor's in there. Everyone's all in there in the big great hall. And we all eat together. Of course, Chief is there too. And we all eat head of the table. And we eat monster meat all day. We drink, we have a great time. We have a band that comes in and plays ridiculously weird. They don't play any music, but they play like, it's just real loud. And everyone's yelling and screaming and having a great time. That's my perfect day.
So basically just like a carnival, but ye olden carnival?
Yeah. Yes, but with modern amenities.
Perfect day. There you go.
Perfect day.
Here's another one from Slide directed at me. Tell me about your PTSD for other people driving.
Oh, go ahead, brother.
Shit, this predates me even being married. Just fucking rip it off at this point. It's like a Band-Aid.
No, but I can't. It's on my Bessica. I don't want to rip my Bessica off. Cut it. You got a knife?
Yes.
We have a knife somewhere.
I always
We have like 17 knives at this fuck.
Yeah, I am that meme.
There we go.
Here it goes.
All right. All right, we did it. Rock and roll.
Hope your neighbor doesn't have to work tomorrow. He also shouldn't be fucking slamming doors all the goddamn time. Many, many moons ago, when I was just a young warthog, me and our close friend and confidant and big brother,
Yes.
basically,
Yes.
decided to have a rager with just us two.
Yep.
And our mutual friend of all three of us, named Tejas, aka Brown Dave.
Hey, Brown Dave.
And he calls himself Brown Dave because he's brown, but he's adopted, so he doesn't actually know like what nationality he is.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, but he's got the thickest country act. Like, sometimes I've got one. This
Yeah.
dude has one all the time.
Yeah, that's one you don't turn off.
Yeah. Me and Sarge are their fucking fake pockets. I'm sorry, women. I feel your plight.
That's
This is
right.
all I can get. We've had an irresponsible amount of beers, and then the Sarge earlier in the evening invented this cocktail that he calls the Mickey Mosa,
Oh.
which is Mickey's
Mimosa, dude.
Mickey's malt liquor and orange juice, right?
Not the Mickey's Mosa.
Yeah, and so we're fucking pounding them back. And then Tejas gets home and just in the background puts on the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift.
Oh boy.
At this time, I had a Honda Accord Sport with the automatic seat belts.
How about the door?
And it was a pretty nice little car. Like that's what we did. That's what we did the majority of our adventuring in whenever we were all young whippersnappers living here. Well, not here, but in Austin.
In Austin, yeah.
Do not drink and drive. I have learned this lesson twice now. Don't
Hold on.
fucking do it.
Permanently damaged.
Yes.
I'm literally permanently damaged.
Yeah. So, anyways, Sarge wants to go get some old school video games that he has in storage at his grandpa's place, which is maybe a mile away from Tejas's at the time house. Like a block away from Tejas's house is this nice little chicane turn. And I'm telling him, like, dude, fucking hit it. Hit the, just fucking piss drunk, you know, he does. And so we go through the first section real good. We whip that tail end out, you know, we get a nice little, and then whips the back end out to make the second half of the chicane. Well, the front passenger side tire catches on the dirt on the outside of the fucking road.
Oh boy.
This is a country road also, so
Oh.
it doesn't have curbs or anything. Anyways, we go fucking ass over tea kettle once and then roll this away 3 or 4 times.
I cannot believe you're still fucking alive.
Dude,
I literally can't believe you're still alive.
I don't know that the camera would ever do it justice, but you used to be able to see through my wrist.
I actually remember that.
Because of windshield glass that went through and through.
I remember that.
And for
yeah.
years after that, like I'd be washing my hair in the shower and I'd hear like crap hitting the floor. And be like, what the fuck is that? The windshield glass.
Yep.
Anyways, after that happened, I was looking for a fucking song on my Gen 1 iPod.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
And whenever I finally realize what has happened, I am hanging upside down with my iPod in front of my face after having selected a song, and I'm very concerned about why it won't play.
It's not funny, but I'm still laughing.
It's only funny because...
It's only funny because you're still here.
Because, yeah, we made it. I realize what happened. I look over, and the Sarge is white-knuckling the steering wheel still, looking like straight ahead. And I'm like, oh no, he broke his fucking neck. And so I just start punching him in the fucking mouth. And I'm like, are you alive? Are you alive? And, you know, he's just
exactly
like,
what you should do if somebody breaks their fucking neck.
That was my first gut reaction.
Yeah, right.
And he goes, ow, stop. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck. Anyways, so after that, like, I don't blame him for it at all. It's not his fault. I egged him on. Also, we were drinking and young, dumb cunts. So from then on, I just had this weird, like, my center of gravity never sat right with somebody else driving. And so every time we would turn, I'd feel like we were about to fucking do it all over again.
Flip. What's the fucking, the two jewel thieves? What are their names, the girls? Thelma and Louise?
Oh my
fucking Thelma and Louise every single time.
Every fucking time I was like, here I go. I'm gonna die. So yeah, that's what that is.
Before we go on, I want to tell a little minor story too. So we're in the bread truck. All right. So Chief and I, when I used to live in Austin, I had quit my job as a kitchen manager at a place in Austin, and I was there for 5 years. The reason why I got demoted is because one Friday night we were on the skeleton crew. We stopped. You're fine. We stopped carrying a full crew because we were losing business and yada yada. And so we cut down a skeleton crew. On Friday night, we get fucking annihilated with people. And it's just me, one of my line cooks, and the dishwasher who I'm making do fry for us on the fry station. And in the middle of this fucking meltdown, they let a wedding party of 100 people sit with a full menu catering.
That's walkout mode.
And we almost did. But anyway, since like it went so poorly, fucking shockingly, they demoted me for it. So I immediately put in my 2 weeks notice. I was like, fuck y'all, I'm done. So then I got a job with Chief in a bread truck. We used to deliver bread, or he used to, but I helped, out in the countryside in Texas. So 2 weeks out of the month, I would leave Austin and go to Chieftown, and we would bebop around in the bread truck. Wild fucking times. We'd stay up way too late most of the time, getting fucking hammer roasted drunk. And then we'd get up and go to fucking work at like 5, 6 in the morning, put all the fucking bread on there, and then drive. So one particular day, we were playing fucking Catan, right, until like 4 in the morning. We go to bed, we get like 2 hours of sleep, work through the whole begrudgingly 114-degree weather, and these little towns out in Texas have these little puddles of water.
Yes. A lot of them didn't even have population signs. The biggest population we served was 500 something.
I have no idea where, like, within the deep earthen realm where these fucking water puddles would come from.
It's human pee. It was human pee
and other things. Anyway, and
it was
you just
just
walk out into it. It would be this sweat swamp monster.
Yeah. This place was the sweaty hiking chode of Texas. Like, it is just...
You are not wrong.
It is dog shit country.
So we're on this really long stretch of road, typically to end the day on most days. This day, it was one of the last stops that we had. Really fucking... It's like 45 minutes on this long-ass road.
Yeah, to go back.
And it's like the last stop, and it's like a 45-minute wait to get to our last stop. And we're driving, and the next thing I remember is that I open my eyes very slowly, and I'm sitting there in the truck, wind blowing, and we are slightly careening towards this big-ass ditch in this huge box truck with a fuck ton of bread and pallets in it. And I open my eyes, and we're careening slightly towards the ditch, the shoulder ditch. And I look to my right. Sarge is asleep. Okay. Look to my left. The man at the wheel, the Silver Chieftain, is asleep. So I remember sitting there like, what do I do? And I remember distinctly saying, don't fucking scream. Just make everyone aware that we're in trouble.
That this is not okay.
And I just remember going, okay, I'm gonna start small. And I'm like, shoulder, 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 shoulder. And then like Chief is slowly waking up and he kind of opens his eyes and he looks and he didn't move his head, which was fucking hilarious to me. He just looks to the side with his eyeballs, sees it, and then slowly starts to correct away.
Dude, if that would have been anywhere else on that route, we would have.
Oh, we'd be dead.
We would have either
Dead.
annihilated a house, livestock,
Yep, livestock, sure. Cows flying.
or just pile driven into a tree. But it just so happened that it's a straight shot at this point where muscle memory was that muscle memory Jesus took the wheel.
Praise be, amen, preacher.
Because I mean you fucking do it every fucking day.
Every fucking day. And I think honestly a big part of it was like on that route, on the bread delivery route, it was like fucking boom, 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 boom,
And then nothing.
5 minutes of nothing.
Yeah.
So you're just like, oh, like your ass is kicked. Anyway, that's that one. What's next? I'm actually gonna take a sip. I'm gonna take a little sippy. Take a little sippy.
While you're taking a sup, Sly again asks, biggest injury you've ever had? Followed immediately by you saying, that's a great one. I don't want to like fucking one up you, but I think my greatest injury probably outweighs yours. I mean, I've broken a dozen, maybe more unimportant bones. I don't know. For those of you that don't know, I was also in the Boy Scouts.
Oh shit, I forgot about this one. Yeah,
So,
go ahead, dude.
I've broken every single finger and the majority of my toes, both clavicles, and this kneecap. This kneecap was out.
Compound fracture?
No.
Off the bone, off the meat.
Off the meat, out the skin.
Oh yeah, a compound fracture, yeah.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I didn't know about that one actually.
Yeah, put that one back together with butterfly bandages and a fucking bandana.
Silly string and fucking piano.
Yeah, because there was no life flight on this one.
Yeah. Get a little pat on the fucking ass, and that's it.
That one happened in good old Colorado.
That was in Colorado?
Yep, I fell down a mountain. Literally
Oh,
fell
yeah,
down
I remember now.
a fucking mountain.
Yeah, I remember that.
And I remember after the first two falls and it hurting my elbows, I remember them saying to us in our very brief mountaineering course, go limp. Because you reduce damage. But my most significant injury was, again, when I moved to Austin after I graduated high school and decided to go to college school.
College school, baby. Go to college school.
I went fucking nut. Don't go to college school if you don't want to, by the way. And
also, you can fuck your life up with financial problems.
Yeah,
If you have the means to, go to fucking college school.
yeah, and make sure that you actually like what you're doing. Don't just fucking do it because your parents are making you.
No, do it anyway.
I moved to the bustling city of Austin, where at the time
512 represent.
the only crime that you heard about was this guy that hung out at a park and touched people. I thought I was Billy Badass, and you can edit this out if you want to, or just put like bleeps over it or whatever.
Sure.
I decided it'd be a good idea to.
Oh, God.
So I get the stuff that I was looking for. little bit of fucking gross ass crispity crackety, not even right.
Sure.
And then I see him pull his fucking wad out of his pocket. I'm like, the first thing that happened whenever I saw that wad was, I'm gonna take that. So I snatched it and ran, right?
Dude, you can't. Oh my God, you snatched and ran?
And I was like, back then, I didn't smoke as much. So I was, pretty
Normal
fucking
human
fit.
pace.
Yeah.
Sure, when you're running.
And I pretty quick. So I got all the way back to my car, was leaving, and he was like, you know what? Fuck that dude. And he shot at my car, and I got fucking shot right here. That shit fucking hurted.
I forget all the time that you have actually been shot.
And that's not even the only time I've been shot either.
I've been shot at.
Yeah.
I have been shot too, but I've never actually taken a bullet.
It's not fun.
That shit changes your life, dude.
My dad accidentally shot me once with a shotgun.
This is true Texas hours right now.
Yeah. Growing up, every dove season, we'd get a box of clay pigeons, fucking shoot clay pigeons, and then for like 2 weeks, we would go sit down by the stock pond at my old family farm place and basically listen to everyone around us shoot doves and never shoot any. One year, I paid for my license that year, and I was like, I'm getting that bonus stamp for white-winged doves because the year prior, there was just fucking clouds of them, dude. They were everywhere. Sure. I was like, I'm gonna make a meal out of this. So we go out opening weekend. Not a fucking bird in sight. Nothing. And my dad's over it, right? He just likes going fucking sitting out there and hanging out. He doesn't actually want to shoot anything. And nowadays, I don't actually want to shoot anything. It's a fucking hassle.
Oh, yeah. Doesn't do it for me.
But that year, I was determined to shoot something. So I walk back to the house. My dad drives back. He beats me there by a good long while. One mourning dove flies straight over me. And I don't know if any of you guys like watch people like shoot arrows straight up and yada yada. Shotguns do the same thing, right? So I'm thinking about that. I'm like, no, I'm gonna let this thing get out ahead of me. So my dad was on top of a hill where the house was. I was coming up the hill.
Whoops.
And this thing was dipping and ducking and dodging me because despite it being a bird, doves actually pretty fucking smart. So I shoot at it, I fucking miss by a mile. My dad shoots at it from entirely too far away.
Classic.
Hits it, but he hits me at the same time.
Oh, fuck.
And luckily, I was like 100 yards or more away. And long story short, my dad Dick Cheney'd me.
Oh.
But I was just far enough away where it hurt and scared me. But it didn't actually fuck me up really bad.
That's good.
Yeah, that was a pretty life-altering thing, I guess.
Sure. I guess.
What is your most significant injury?
Yeah. Shit. Okay. So playing football, American football. I would play the quarterback. I know that's kind of maybe shocking to people. I was a normal quarterback. I was not bad. I was not great. Could run slightly better than most, so I would use that sometimes. Quarterback scramble, if you know what that is. It's just basically the quarterback of the team takes the ball and fucking runs it himself. I did that a lot because our wide receivers could not run routes and they never memorized the playbook, so I just kind of had to wing it all the time. Anyway, so I'm running.
Oh, God damn it.
And somebody grabs my fucking feet like out of a cartoon and holds on, and I fall straight down. And I did what every normal human being would do, is stick my arm straight out to catch myself. And it hurt a lot, and I did not know until much later on that it was actually fucking broken and it didn't heal correctly. So now my shoulders sit literally like this. Especially if I'm like working out and I look at myself in the mirror, I can see how my shoulders are dipped.
Your shoulders look like Shannon Doherty's eyes.
Yes.
Ugh.
Oh, bro, boo. Let's see. Okay, well, I guess the two wrecks. So the first time,
Fucking
Sarge's like 20-something's birthday, and we're living in this place called the Metropolis in Austin. This fucking just myriad cesspool of just
the worst kind of
worst
neighbors.
kind of fucking people living in this place, right? Just meth addicts everywhere, drug users everywhere. People just walk into your house you don't fucking know. Shirtless, diapered children running around with literally no supervision. That kind of fucking place. And we're having this huge fucking rager, dude. And I get fucking wasted, of course. And I have to go to bed because I have to be at work at 7 a.m. and it's like 5:30. And so an hour and a half later, like people are still there when I leave to go for my janitorial job. That's another thing. My first job ever, I was a janitor at a restaurant, and 5 years later I was the kitchen manager. Anyway, so I get on my little fucking moped, my 50cc Venus Dart, and I fucking get on it and I'm ham boning it. I am ham boning my fucking way to work because I'm late. And I don't remember anything else other than getting on and turning on the switch and starting to go. Because immediately afterwards, I'm opening my eyes and I'm looking up into a maintenance officer's eyeballs. And he's like,
Fully concussed.
And I'm just like, what? Huh? And I'm just like looking around, and everything is just like earthquake mesh. And I get up and I'm like, and I remember the only thing I really said to this man as I looked and he asked me if I needed help, and I said, I'm late for work.
Oh, God.
And I get up and my arm is completely separated. At the time, they had to put it back into the hospital. Sarge was with me. And I remember I went to work and I'm trying to mop the floor as I'm like mopping, like it was my right arm. This is the first time it was my right arm. And I'm like, I can't really move it all that well. And I'm just bleeding all over the fucking.
Oh, God.
And I'm just like fucking doing the mop, and I'm just like mopping my blood into the fucking tile.
You're like that dude from Saving Private Ryan in the beginning that's like sorting through arms, just like so fucked up.
Oh, yeah.
You're like, nope, that's not me.
And I'm like looking at it, and I remember thinking clearly. No, I wasn't thinking clearly, but I remember this thought vividly where I was like, I don't know what it is, but like it just looks so dirty. Like I can't get it. Like,
spreading your life essence around.
Yeah, my blood, just blood. And my manager comes out there and he's like, what the fuck are you doing? And I'm just like, I'm trying to hurry. I know I'm kind of late. I'm sorry. Like my friend's birthday party. And he's like, you're bleeding everywhere. Go the fuck home. Like, what are you doing? And I come home. I drive straight home. I open the door, and Sarge used to live with us in this hovel, and he lived in the dining room that he had curtained off. And I knock on the side of the wall because there's no door, and I'm like, hey, Sarge. And I hear him rustle around. He's like, what? I was like, I think I know you go to the hospital. And he goes, man, no, you fucking don't. And he gets up and looks at me, and I swear to God, he rolls out of bed. He looks and he goes, get in the truck.
Let's go.
Yeah. So that was a pretty bad one. And then I got drunk again and wrecked my fucking bike because my roommate at the time, when she was still alive, was that kind of roommate that would always like badger you for not drinking enough and calling you mean names, you know, and like calling me a pussy for not drinking enough. And I'm gonna beat her at her own game. The last shot I remember taking, and this was at Bender Bar in Austin.
Oh, God.
And
I hate it so bad.
it was like, exactly 2 a.m. They let us stay all that. We paid the fucking lights in that place. I swear to God we did. And the last shot was literally the whole fucking neat glass of Jameson.
No.
The whole neat glass. I swear to God. And I fucking hit it, and I'm like, let's go. And I remember the first time, because we've done this shit too much, dude. I haven't done this in a long time, since my early 20s.
I mean, it's been 10 years or better.
10 years or better. But I learned my second time. Maybe not the first time, but the second time I did. And I remember the first time, because I'm a person, and I think this is kind of a bad thing. I'm a person who doesn't often get scared.
I gotta take a rockin' piss again.
Go ahead. I don't get scared, for better or worse. Nothing really scares me all that much except for the sound of wind and dogs. I don't know why. But I go, and I remember halfway through, I'm riding on my little motorcycle, and I get about halfway home, and it's not even that far. It's maybe 2 miles, and halfway there, I get scared, and I'm like, oh, I'm drunk. Like, I don't even know if I can drive. And I'm like, it's fine, you know, young, shitty reptilian male brain. It's like, I'm fine. I'm done worry. You know, I've been through worse. This is gonna be fine. And no, it wasn't either. There was a little road that connected to ours, and you take a right, a left, and then the right, like immediately, like boom, 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 boom. So I hit the corner, and I remember thinking, like, you're going too fast. So slow down, right? So I slow really slow for the first turn into the right, and I hit it, kill it, right? And then the second turn, I'm like, I'm going way too slow, and my roommates are waiting behind me. So I speed up just a tiny bit, and I mean a tiny bit, maybe like I'm going like 7-8 miles an hour, but I'm still like have quite a bit of momentum, and I'm slowing it down, and I speed up just a little bit to take the corner, and then I'm down. Speaking of not getting scared, that actually kind of scared me. So I hit a piece of gravel, right? And I hit the gravel, and like as soon as I accelerated, I did not notice that I was on a piece, like maybe a pound or two of just loose dirt and gravel in the road. So as soon as I accelerated, I was down, and I completely separated and broke my shoulder. They tied me up. I remember, she's dead now, so I'll go ahead and say it. I get up, and they're slapping me awake. They're literally in the middle of the road, in the middle of Austin, slapping me awake. And I get up, and I get on my bike, and I drive home. And my roommate at the time, the camera's dying, so I'm going to keep this, I'm going to try to speed up a little bit. We get to the house, and they literally are tying me down. They're tying me down, and I remember like they're holding me. They won't let me go to sleep, and they won't let me leave. They won't let me do anything, and they're like crushing I broke one of my ribs too. I separated my shoulder, and they're holding me down. And I remember this is fucking insane. As I'm laying there like tied together, they had taken like one of those bandage wraps and wrapped my whole body so I couldn't get up. And my roommate was sitting on the end of my legs. And as I'm sitting there, she's like taking my shoes off. She takes my socks off, and then she's like sitting there, and then she gets up, goes to the kitchen, pulls something out of the drawer, sits back down, and starts clipping my toenails.
Oh.
As I'm just like trapped laying there, like super drunk, and like I don't know what's going on. I'm concussed. I have a separated and broken shoulder, and a cracked rib. And my roommate is sitting on my legs, cutting my toenails.
This is the time to do that. Gravel and drinking and driving do not mix.
Gravel and regular driving don't fucking mix.
Also
We've been talking too much about drinking and driving. Don't fucking drink and drive.
Yeah,
we're literally telling you why not to.
This battery break brought to you by Sheriff Bernard. Look at how handsome him is with his green tie. Oh, this fucking advanced, super high-tech internet show runs on fucking batteries. My guys, we need a stretch.
Oh, yeah, I hit him with a good stretch.
Ow! I will never learn.
Nope. Oh, yeah. Oh, you gonna do the starfish? Oh, it's really hard to starfish with this. I almost fucking came down and smacked that head, boy. Almost smacked that head, dude. Oh, God. Oh, you gotta let the fucking energy in. You gotta let the fucking universal mountaintops come through you. You must become the mountain. You gotta get the big papa. You gotta hit him with a big papa. Oh, you gotta make the dad noise too. Oh. All right,
hello, welcome back to QnA. Ask and Tell with Cabin Chief for third birthday. The verbatim question.
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and read it out so I can see what the text is.
Loudest scream moment. I already got mine. Already got it. I got this one chambered. Now, I'm assuming fright.
I'm on the show or in life?
I'm assuming life. The more we talk, the less I feel like I'd cut this out. Always coming up with ideas and never any fucking solutions. This is my fucking idea. My loudest scream moment was, again, in my young and impressionable days when I was a young professional and I had short hair, again, with my estranged waifish wife. So one night, a policeman officer just starts wailing on our door at 3:30 in the morning, right? This is whenever I was doing the bread route alone, and I got up even earlier then. I got up and left my domicile at 4 a.m. I go down, pistol in hand.
Oh, God.
Because across the street was, knowing what I knew about the way the world works, we'll just call them ne'er-do-wells.
Sure.
And so I thought, this person is escaping this place. And they just ran straight across the street to my house. I used to sleep naked then.
Oh, fuck.
I don't turn on the porch light. I just swing the door open, twig and berries just swaying in the wind, pistol in my hand, and much to my surprise, it is a policeman officer.
It took like a quarter second to register in my brain.
Yeah, I am butt-ass naked, and I pointed a fucking firearm at a cop. Like, I'm about to die. That's what I thought.
You were literally a berserker.
Yes.
A naked man
Yes.
with a gun.
And if I would have been clothed, I'm pretty sure he would have shot me dead right there.
Oh, sure.
But I'm all taters and no meat, folks. And I'm pretty sure what he saw was my just wild, gargantuan bush.
Oh, no.
And
no.
he immediately did just like Cav is doing and just turned away. And I had enough time to put my fucking pistol back behind the door. And then I was upset that it was a policeman officer.
Sure.
I was like, what do you want?
Yeah.
And so he's like, I'm sorry for waking you, sir. There's been a string of like robberies in the area. I just wanted to know if you had heard anything about it or knew anything about it or experienced, blah, blah, blah. And I said, fuck no, go away. Close the door in his face, right? At that time, driving 15 hours a day, I had a lot of time to think to myself. So I got in my head about this and I was like, maybe I need to do a little more about home defense. The next night, I slept on the couch and I had my fucking dove gun underneath the couch, right?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. So me and the old lady then had a turtle.
Yes, I remember the turtle, yes.
Gustafer. He was the goodest boy.
Franklin.
No, it was Gus. Turtles need a heat lamp. Turtles like to make big splooshes.
And boy, do they.
I was dead ass asleep, and my guess as to what happened was Gus did a goddamn belly flop into the water, and it splashed up on the bulb and made it fucking explode. I was so paranoid that someone was breaking into my house, and I had gotten into my own head about it. Like, oh, I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna fucking defend my homestead. I heard that pop, which sounded remarkably like a gunshot. And the best I could muster was a no. And I screamed it. Like, I was full on. I thought I was fucking dead.
I forgot about that. That's a great one.
That's almost as good as the time the creeper scared the shit out of me in Minecraft. Don't. Like me screaming at this thing was going to keep it from blowing me to Kingdom
That's
Come.
one of literally one of my favorite gaming moments that we've had together. As I'm sitting there, we're running around, and Chief's way off doing something, I'm way off doing something. And then after like 3 fucking minutes of complete silence, I just hear, "Dog!" And then it says, "Chief has been blown up by a fucking creeper." And it's like, and it ticks up. God. But okay, so I guess this is the closest thing. And it's kind of, I hate to do this because it's kind of similar to yours, but I told you this story via text. I was living in the murder shack in the slums of Austin. And I used to call this story the most Texan thing I've ever done.
Oh my God.
And so there was this little house, this little, what they call a shotgun shack. Man, we are sounding like fucking bad guys right now. A shotgun house, if you don't know, is a house that you can open the back door and the front door and you can see through the whole house. And it's a little tiny 1-bedroom house that I lived in. I call it the murder shack because it's a really bad part of town and a lot of people got killed around the house that I lived in. Therefore, the murder shack. Anyway, so there's a lot of people who would come up to my door and knock at like 4:30 a.m. would literally drag random decaying pieces of furniture to my door. This is one of them. The set desk is literally a relic from the murder shack that we picked up off the side of the road, and it was just left in my house. So one night I hear someone like right next to my bed. There is the outside. The outside of the room is like connected directly to the back fence, and I heard it rattling and moving a lot. And I swear I don't know if this is true, but I thought I heard somebody literally jump over the side. So I get up out of bed. I'm only in my Fruit of the Looms boxer briefs and nothing else. And at the time I smoked before I quit, before the testicular mass that I had was turned out to be a cyst. So I quit immediately after that. So I'm walking around and I grab my rifle. I didn't have a good sword at the time. I probably would have grabbed that first, but I didn't have. So I pick it up and I'm walking around. So I'm walking through my little tiny house. I'm looking at all the windows. I'm looking at all the windows and I don't see anything. I'm in the kitchen. Don't see anything in the backyard. Go to my back door. Looking out the peep. I don't see anything out there. Flick the light on really quick and off. I don't know why I thought that would
like scare them.
I don't know what that maybe would do, but I like flicked it on and off really quick. Didn't see anything. And I turn around and I have a cigarette lit now in my mouth. I have a rifle in my hands. I'm in my underwear. And I'm like looking around and I had to piss really bad because I just woke up out of like a long sleep and it's like 4 a.m. So I'm sitting there as my house is actually being attacked by someone, and I'm sitting in the bathroom with a lit cigarette and a loaded rifle pissing as someone is attacking my home. And so I'm like fucking I get done and I walk around the side, and as I walk from the bathroom into the living room, immediately to my right I see 2 sets of eyeballs and 2 men. As the house was kind of elevated, it was kind of on like a hill. I see them looking up at the house as I turn to face them with a gun and my boxer and a lit cigarette in my mouth, and they take off running. And I don't remember what I said, but I was screaming everything in the fucking book. No, I mean, you're right, but at the same time, it was more of a shock because I didn't expect to see anybody. So I just turned to my right and I'm just thankful that I didn't show any fear. I just stopped and looked at them. Yeah. I was kind of frozen, to be honest. But I saw them and they saw me and they just took off. And if you can remember the Macbeth movie, where he's like yelling at everyone who's retreating, and he's like, "Why false stains?" That was me, but I was saying something I don't even know. I went into like blackout mode.
I had a very similar experience with fucking wild pigs. Like I turned a corner.
Yeah.
And there was, I think, 7 of them. And we all kind of had that like Mexican standoff moment.
Those things are fucking scary, dude.
Yeah, I thought I was fucking dead.
Yep, sure.
Because I'm not super great at climbing trees. And I know for damn sure I'm not faster than fuckers.
Put up the character sheet.
Yeah, dude.
Climb trees 0 out of 8.
And so I had a hacksaw because I was clearing brush. Like, that was my defense.
Ugh.
And I remember thinking, like, maybe I can make it back to the truck before they just rip me to shreds and eat me from my asshole first.
Yeah, hell yeah. They always gotta start with the ass.
And so as soon as I pivoted, they were gone.
Oh, thank God.
Dude, apparently we scared the absolute shit out of each other. But Jesus, like, it's the same kind of moment. Like, we were just both did not know what to do.
That was one of those moments where, like, as you both retreat, like somebody loses something, they lost a meal out of that.
Yeah, yeah.
You were the winner in that scenario.
Next question is from, what's the thing that you love but other people seem to hate? Having to pee this much, but that's because fucking
People love pissing? Is that real?
I hate pooping also, but
You know what?
that's
I
not
actually
the
hate
thing.
pooping too. Pee on it, brother. Pee hard and good.
Pretty good.
A UTI, brother. You got a UTI in there.
I don't. Stop fucking telling people that shit.
This is a fucking nightmare hellscape. Driving. No, not driving. I guess that makes more sense. Not having to have a vehicle, not driving anywhere. Because those of you who don't know, I have had literally almost nothing for Oh, dude, we don't have time to tell the BMW story. I'll do that some other time.
Yeah.
That's an hour-long story. But I don't mind not having a vehicle most of the time. I mean, I literally just bought one, and I said this already, but I have not had a four-wheel vehicle since 2000.
These questions are starting
it's going on, dude. I'm getting to be a hot and sweaty daddy here. I'm a hot and sweaty daddy, dude. Eating beans cold out of a can. Oh, you know what? Shit, I don't have a microphone. The smell of the earth. The smell of the earth. I fucking hate the way earth smells.
Cow shit. I like the way cow shit, like fresh cow shit smells.
Discord, I can't believe that's true.
I fucking love it so bad.
I can't believe
I love it so many.
You're supposed to be the intelligent one. Even though we have roughly the same intelligence. But still, you're more viewed as that.
You're arguing. No.
You're over there smelling cow shit.
You're the smart one. I'm just the one that everybody thinks is like 6 feet taller than you, even though clearly not.
Actually not that true. It's weird seeing because we've never done a shot like this. We've never done a shot like this.
I love the way dead skunks smell.
What the fuck? Brother, goddamn, we can put this on the internet.
Reminds me of good times out in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I was gonna say skeletons, I was gonna say horror, but that's fucking huge now.
Yeah, that got way out of hand. Because what's wrong with you people?
Hates ghosts. Chieftain does not want to hunt ghosts with me.
Fucking ghosts, dude. I hate them. I hate them so bad. Like when you're alone.
Oh.
I think we can both relate.
Oh.
Not being noticed.
Oh.
I love it so good.
That's literally a genuine reaction.
Yeah.
This is real.
I loathe clinking dishes in the sink.
Oh, I fucking hate the smell of tennis balls. I also fucking hate the smell of weed a lot. I hate I hate the feel of really fluffy things.
I also fucking hate that.
I really hate it.
Memory foam mattresses.
Fuck, nope.
Can't get a single wink.
Can't even sleep on it.
Nope. I feel like I'm drowning.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I feel like I'm falling and I'm never gonna hit the ground.
Never ever.
It's just trapped in this eternal celestian hellscape.
Reboot.
Oh.
I love that show to death.
That's a cult classic, but you're right. A lot of people didn't like it when it was current.
Gundam Wing.
Do people hate Gundam Wing?
It's not canon.
Oh.
And so now that everything in the world is meta, people don't like it.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. Fuck you.
This is 3 weeks old. That's fucking old shit, dude.
Yeah.
Doesn't count.
I'm so eloquent. Fly again. Silliest thing we got into an argument for. I think I know where you're gonna go with it.
I've been dreading this one because this is gonna take too fucking long and the battery's already running out again. Dude, there are so many. You know what's funny is our arguments last for so long sometimes.
Yeah, our arguments turn into just straight up attrition, where we both come to the conclusion that we cannot make the other understand. So we just fucking drop it.
Well, we've only learned that kind of recently, though.
Yeah, within the past couple of years, actually.
Yeah, maybe even earlier.
Yeah.
But it's just look, I know you're not going to understand what I mean, but this is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
And it's just like, okay, well, we can move from here.
Yeah. The dumbest argument we've gotten into, and this is probably the cause of many, is our typical means of communication is nowadays is Discord, but previously it was text.
Yeah.
And years ago, called me and asked what I was doing.
Oh.
And I answered 100% truthfully and said I was sitting.
Yes.
In a monotone voice.
Yes.
And he has always associated anything that I text in that voice.
That is fucking true.
And it fucking crushes him.
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, you gotta fucking stop doing that.
Because I would just read it, and then we would text each other back and forth during that time, during what we call the sitting period.
Yes.
And it would just be like these monotone, nothing texts, and I would just be like, man, what the fuck? And we would get into these huge arguments about it. Yeah, and it just stuck in my head for so long. And anytime you respond to anything I say that is kind of flat,
yeah.
I picture that and I get pissed off. Oh shit. All right, so one time we're at this place called Burger Town.
Best burgers.
And I was really fucking drunk because we would stop at the top at the end of our day, and I was sitting there just getting drunk on Bush Light.
Yep.
We're getting drunk on Bush Light. And it was like 35 cents to a can or something because we had a special deal.
Yeah, I gave him a discount on hamburger buns for, at the time, greatest hamburger I have ever touched
true.
To my tongue.
That is fucking true. And I will say that to my grave. That was the best in the middle of literally the middle of nowhere, Texas.
Yeah. Shout out to Retha.
Hey, Retha Burgers. Still love you.
Love you.
Love you. Best hamburger I've ever had. By
so good. And
none.
The secret was lard. That was the secret.
Yeah. But I'm sitting there, we're getting fucking crushed on Bush Light. And we have this huge argument about how I was 24 at the time.
Yeah.
And, I was like, oh, I feel like I'm getting weak and I'm getting tired. And she was like, well, you're not a young man anymore. And for some reason, I was perfectly drunk enough to take this really seriously. And I walk out and we're having this huge argument in front of everyone in this little patio, to where I end up punching a wooden fence a few times.
Yeah.
Because you kept asking me a question or something.
That was a $900 fence because it wasn't theirs. It was the restaurant next door's fence.
I can't remember. Did I actually break it a little bit?
You broke the fucking shit out of it. Break it a little bit, he says. Look at the arms on this man. And just imagine him working like a mule for 12 hours a day on top of that.
And I was still young.
Yeah.
He's still very young.
Fucking built like a brick shit house and fucking hard as an anvil.
Punching holes in wooden fences.
Yeah.
Because I remember that in my brain, but I thought like maybe I was too drunk to remember it correctly, and maybe I was exaggerating in my head. But I remember punching through a wooden fence.
Yeah, and it wasn't just like tiny little fence pick. No, it was a fucking double-sided. I love this show. I love this show so much.
God damn it!
This is
shit.
The
oh
best.
God.
Best,
we're professionals.
Best fucking show on the internet.
Oh, fuck it. Just leave it down.
Yeah.
It don't matter at this point, dude.
Ghost float.
But anyway, I get so mad at Chief that instead of sitting in the cab with him in the truck.
For the half-mile journey home.
I thought it was a lot more than that. But anyway, I get in the back of the fucking truck. I get inside with the heavy ass pallets that are empty from delivering bread all day. And I just laid down in there, drunk as fuck. And it's like 125 degrees in the closed.
The box got up to 140 degrees.
Yep. And I remember just sweating it out in there. Just like, I'm just like laying on my back. And I was like, dude, if one of these pallets fall, it will kill.
It would fuck you up real bad.
It would kill me.
It gave me a sucking chest wound once because I thought I could catch it. It cracked my sternum like bad enough where it bubbled. Our only actual fist fight.
Fucking God. This is a long one, but I'm going to try to keep it short.
Cliff notes.
So Chief, one night, comes to town, and he is distraught
Inconsolable.
Inconsolable for, can I say relationship reasons?
It had to do with my former marriage.
Right. So he's inconsolable for relationship reasons, and he comes to town, and he comes to my place of work, and I make him free food, and everything's great, and we're drinking and having a good time. We go back to mine and my roommate's house when she was still alive.
Yes.
And
continued drinking, by the way.
What?
We continued drinking.
Yes.
Also, not a great idea with an emotionally distraught, semi-unhinged weirdo.
Yeah. So we drank the whole fucking night. We get back to the house, and the husband of the couple is a master bartender, and he was making us these shots that, I mean, maybe you've heard of this, but I don't know. Like,
nobody has heard of this.
Nobody's
heard of this.
He literally will take you on a fucking journey. Like, this is the Oreo cookie shot, and you take this shot, you eat this little piece of lead,
yeah,
and then like you take these other 2 shots in a row, and it tastes like an Oreo cookie. And I'm like, both of us are like, bullshit. That no way.
That's fucking dog shit. This is vodka. It's gonna taste like bad,
right? And then, believe it or not, it's like, this tastes like a strawberry daiquiri now. This tastes like a fucking breakfast plate. He had the breakfast shot, is what they called it. It tastes like a ham and eggs. I swear to God, it's true.
So good.
And we're just taking these shots and shots and shots, and then all of a sudden, Chief is no longer with us.
Nope.
He is gone. He's gone.
Nope.
And he gets up at some point, and I have to breathe this a little bit because it's like literally 3 in the fucking morning and we're shouting. He gets up and he looks at me and he says, "I'm going home."
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, give me your keys. And he's like, "No, I'm leaving right now." And he starts to walk out. So I go and I pick him up, literally pick him up. And this is when I was a lot younger and a lot more fit. I was really strong at this point. I pick him up and I set him somewhere, and he was like, "I'm leaving now." And I had to do this 4 or 5 times. And eventually he's so done with it, and he just walks out the front door, and he's like, "Oh, I'm walking home."
Yeah. From Austin to where I live.
Yeah.
I calculated it. That would have taken me 2 weeks.
Yep, at least to walk back home. So I get up out of my fucking chair and I go outside. I pick him all the way up, bring him all the way inside. And at this point, I'm drunk now too. And I just hold him there. I'm just holding him behind the back like this. And at this point, Chief has just an explosion of an idea. Just out of the bowels of his brain.
I'm not proud of this.
He starts, as he's standing in front and standing right here, and I'm behind him, holding him, he starts to raise his leg up and kick my shins.
Horse kicking
my shins as I'm holding him. And I gave you at least like 25 warnings. And I was like,
if not more.
I was like, "Chief, you keep kicking me, I'm going to take you down." And I'll never forget. I said exactly like that.
I thought you said, "If you keep doing that, I'm going to put you down."
Oh, yeah. So, "I'm going to put you down." I was like, "I'm going to put you down." I was like, "You keep kicking me, I'm going to put you down. Okay, you got to stop kicking me. I'm going to put you down. I'm going to put you down." And he just kept going and going. And then eventually, the thing that set me off is he stopped for a second and he's just like, "Fuck you." And like really brought a leg up and kicked it back. I was like, "All right." And I'm only telling you this because there was actual witnesses there who talked about it later. I picked him up into the air, jumped, flipped over in the fucking air. I know it sounds unbelievable, but it's true. Flipped over in the air and landed on top of him. Like, I fucking somersault suplexed him into the fucking tile of the living room floor.
It was a floor and cap sandwich with a me filling. And I was like patty melt beef. Like
I
pounded
crushed
thin.
you. Like literally crushed you into the tile.
My glasses were
yeah.
in many pieces.
Yeah, smashed your glasses.
I must have landed on my dumb fucking face.
You landed on your face and sternum first, because I mean, you complained about your sternum for weeks afterwards.
Yeah, I got actually fucking shit mixed.
Yeah. And like I said, I only say that because my roommates were literally there and they fucking told everyone. They were like, oh my God, Cap just literally somersault suplex somebody into the living room floor. Mind you, there was someone who lived with us who had to be up at 5 a.m. every morning.
I think he worked for like FedEx or something.
FedEx, yeah. And this exploded into this screaming match.
Oh my God, I have never felt more remorseful the day, and I've done a lot of stupid shit
Yeah, sure.
in my life, but like I woke up the next day, I went out into the living room at this house and sat in the most uncomfortable chair
Yep.
that they had,
That love boy, yeah.
and I didn't move.
You didn't move the whole time because I came home from work that day and you were still there.
Yep. I didn't eat because I was so ashamed of, like, I was literally trying to be unnoticeable. I was just like, oh no. Oh no.
So afterwards, this is the end of the story, I wrangle Chief, literally drag him into my bedroom,
This is the best part.
and I throw him onto the little pallet that I had made for him. And I take his fucking keys away and I hide it in between my mattress. Like I'm not actually on it. So just in case he tries to like wake up and like search my body, I wouldn't have it on me. It was in between my mattress on the wall side. And he's laying there on his back, just screaming into the fucking ceiling. I hate you.
Yeah.
Give me my fucking keys. I hate you. For an hour. As he's just like petering out, and you can hear his battery depleting because after a while he's like, I hate you. He's just like petering out, and he finally stops.
God, that has got to be one of the lowest points in my life.
That's got to be the stupidest one. That's got to be the
that we've ever, because it was an actual fight.
Yeah, it was. And I knew that you were just hurting a lot, so I wasn't trying to hurt you, but you were hurting me.
Blah, 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 blah.
Oh, I just broke the light.
Could you unplug it?
Oh.
Fascination, again from Sly.
Okay.
Heavy hitter, Hoot Lord here. How did your fascination with armor in the Middle Ages in general start?
I lived in a 2-story dilapidated house that was full of junk. It was rotting. It was mildewy. We were very poor. Often we would go to Austin because I had not lived there yet. I was still from rural Texas. And the first thing, like one of my earliest memories, is my older pothead punk rock freaks of nature older half-sisters. They introduced me to bands like Primus and Red Hot Chili Peppers, Gorilla Biscuits, the hardcore punk scene. And they read me The Hobbit for the first time when I was very young. And it had such a profound hold on my life because of all of the adventure, the camaraderie, how different races are important and everyone plays a role no matter how big or small. The party member matters no matter what. And alchemists belong, wizards belong, warriors, knights, everyone is in this hodgepodge pile of things that actually fucking matter. So it makes you, this little tiny existence that I had, it made me feel big for the first time. It was very, very, I don't know, it was life-changing. And then, of course, I immediately read Lord of the Rings when I was very young. And then I played Diablo 1, and that mix of
high and low fantasy
just
grabbed you by the fucking nuts.
balls, and it never let me go. And this is another smaller reason why I like to wear the armor and the anonymity, is because it doesn't matter what you look like, how big or small you are, you fucking belong somewhere. In like fantasy specifically, it doesn't matter what you look like, how tall you are, how thin or wide. It's a magical culmination of ability. So it has nothing to do with where you come from, race, color, none of that shit matters. Fucking gender, non-gender. Who gives a fuck? Nobody knows.
Nobody fucking knows behind a plate helmet.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Anybody can be terrifying in armor, and that's fucking amazing.
And anybody can fuck you up.
This is not a great way to answer this question. And also, when I was young, I wanted to be a hero.
And you just kind of flew with the knight in shining armor thing?
I desperately wanted to be a hero. I'm obviously not a hero, and now I have a moniker that says very much otherwise in the current status of the world. But it's not that. It's not that. I just wanted to be a fucking internet swordsman.
I wouldn't say that you're not a hero, but you're very much an anti-hero. My answer is much shorter. I'm a middle child, so I see things from the center, and you got guns and fucking bombs and tanks and shit. We all know how those work. We know that way back when, we literally tore things apart with our booger hookers.
Our little phalanges, our dirt phalanges.
Yeah. So what comes between finger ripping and nuclear arsenals? That'd be, armor, simple missiles, and then that weird arms race, which is fascinating, by the way, because that I believe the medieval period in the Dark Ages was the only time that armor outpaced arms.
Yep.
And it has never happened since. So that makes it unique in my mind. Yeah.
Next.
That's my take on it. Where'd you find Bern?
Bern found us. Those of you who are seeing this will probably see something very close to this. One's called Tales of the Hellbox. One is called Aaron Adventure Tales. One of them is real life stories, Tales from the Hellbox, or Tales from blah, 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 whichever one you see at whatever point. And the other one's called Aaron Adventure Tales. And that's exaggerated to the smithereens lore. And this is exactly where our name comes from. We came from two greater armies, and I'm doing the quotes because this is the exaggerated part.
Yeah, neither one of us is veterans. No stolen valor shit here. I don't want to say a character because we're
not characters.
We're not characters. It's a facade, I guess.
It's a moniker.
Yes.
We have monikers. Anyway, so both of our big teams dissolved, and then we are kind of in this hodgepodge of random units. And I was thinking, and we were talking in the bread truck when this is like in 2012, and I was like, I guess the only thing we could be in this scenario is a militia. And errant obviously means belonging to no one, wayward, unaffiliated. Bern found us. We were in a big group together. We went to a big battle together. And your big brother here, I thought it would be a good idea to I don't want to spoil anything for the lore, but I will say Chief made a decision that resulted in Bernard in the form that you see today.
Yes.
And in fact, if you watch Aaron Adventure Tales 1, you will literally see the exact aftermath of that decision due to something that Chief thought would be a good idea at the time, which it kind of was, but mostly wasn't. We have our little brother here.
Our titular spirit animal, if you will. Favorite painting and art piece in general?
Oh. Starry Night.
Really?
The Mona Lisa. Scream. The Scream.
How many more Van Gogh paintings do you want to list?
I actually really do like Van Gogh.
The Scream is pretty good, but
I really like Van Gogh a lot. I don't know if you know Van Gogh.
No, I don't know Van Gogh, but Van Gogh, I'm familiar with. Is a stencil by a graffiti artist who, in the graffiti scene,
Mr. Brainwash.
yes, known as a thief,
Yep.
Mr. Brainwash.
Yep.
But one of his stencils is fucking hilarious to me, and it's of him taking a picture of himself in the mirror, and it's all distorted, and he's got, you know, big fucking like anime eye, and then the lens 6-way. It's just hilarious because at this time Shepard Fairey was popping off, who, if you don't know, is the Obey guy.
Yep.
And Banksy was starting to make international headlines with his Walt Disney World Guantanamo Bay thing, and then the tagging the Israeli wall. And somehow this nobody from France ingratiated himself in this society and then just stole all their ideas, which every artist does it.
There.
Every artist does it.
From around here.
The dude was like a 100% piss take on the whole culture.
Easy. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, didn't give a fuck. Also, he's a fucking weirdo like this guy and likes to record everything.
All right, fucking roll it, dude. We had to switch
Get
cameras.
the door.
Shut the door.
Shut the door. This is officially our longest shoot by 50 fucking miles. Not be
to
us.
move it along a little bit. We're screaming in the hellbox at 3:30 in the fucking morning right now.
Yes. Favorite album? Go. You don't have one, do you?
I mean, okay, I'm just gonna throw some shit randomly. Nocturnal by the Black Dahlia Murder. All Eternals Deck by the Mountain Goats. Tallahassee by the Mountain Goats. Transcendental Youth.
Don't list every fucking album you like. Favorite.
No. These are evergreens. These are like top 5. Desperate Grounds by the Thermals. The Protocols of Anti-Sound by Magruder Grind. Terrifier by Pig Destroyer. That's it. That's good. That's good enough.
So I have 2. Redeemer, which is Norma Jean's sophomore effort.
Normal Jeans.
Normal Jean's sophomore effort. And Renegades by Rage Against the Machine.
Renegade. Renegade.
That whole album is covers, and it's fucking brilliant. So,
What's next?
how old is Bern? Timeless.
Bern, at the time of his explosion, was 38 years of age. His inner spirit due to his is over 4,000 years old.
What is a social security number?
I said 8 earlier, but I changed it to 36.
Yes. World tour win?
2023. 2022 is going to be the year where I become a nomad and fight a bunch of random people with sword fights. This could be called a swordsman's quest. And 2023, I'm going to go on a tour with my band Lightning Sword, and it's going to be nothing but abandoned churches. That's actually true.
I can't actually wait. Like, if that goes through the way that you've been telling me that it's going to go for the past
11 years.
11 years, it's going to be great. From Nestorn.
Ness?
Sorry if I didn't mention your name in the questions. How would you describe the journey of this show so far in one sentence? Our motto, I don't know that it made it in very often.
Made it in? Like, is it like a meme? Like, did it make it into...
It made it into the videos.
No one is watching the show?
No one is watching this show. And this should be, more often than not, the mind frame that we keep. Obviously, you guys watch, but...
Of course. Dance like nobody's watching.
Yes.
Nobody is fucking watching this show. Nobody has in the lot. Yeah.
That is the spirit. Like, this is largely just like our lunacy on display.
A beautiful, abstract display of lunacy.
Sly.
From Sly.
Name some places you'd like to visit when this all blows over.
Number 1, Blorheath in England, because my 32nd great grandfather fought in the War of the Roses there. He actually has a monument there, and that's a big claim to a barony title in my name. Norway. I'm planning on going to Slovenia to go meet Sly. Japan is a big one, of course. That's a huge one for a lot of people. And New Zealand.
See, for me, the details are in the phrasing. So when you say this all blows over, I think you're talking about society. Pick a direction. I'll go that way until I can't.
Oh, like this classic fucking apocalyptic chief.
Cannot fucking wait for the apocalypse.
Next.
That's all the Discord questions.
That's all the Discord questions?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Discord. We love you and appreciate you every single day.
Also, if you're watching this on YouTube, ask how to get in the Discord. One of us talks more than the other, but I read everything that's in there.
All right, so these are from the sorry to interrupt.
You're good.
This is from the cannibalistic poetry witch. If you had unlimited monies for one episode only, what would you film?
Shooting crossbows off the back of a four-wheeler and then fucking each other up in full plate.
Yes.
Consequence free. So I assume that money goes into medical bills.
Yeah, unlimited monies, of course.
That would be that'd be the pinnacle of the channel right there.
Oh yeah, I had that idea so long ago. Shooting crossbows from a four-wheeler.
Yeah, or if we could like pay people to fight us.
That's the idea.
Yeah,
Who wants to fight us?
I mean, you just said that.
Yep.
Basically.
Who wants to fight us?
Like, if we had unlimited money and we could pay people to just get fucked up.
Yes.
By us.
Yes.
Obviously, like.
There might be some who would do it for free.
Yeah, there'd be armor involved for them too.
Of course, we would have suits ready.
But yes,
that's on the docket. That's not even a joke. That's been on the docket since day one of the channel.
Also,
fuck saying channel.
Full contact armored version of a sport we made up.
What's your ideal filming location? In a large tower. This kind of sounds like I'm being exaggerative.
Ideal what?
Filming location.
Oh.
And a 3-story tower. Okay. Where literally nobody knows where I am, and not a single soul on the earth could hear me. That's ideal. Number one.
Death Valley for me.
Death Valley?
Yes.
Let's go to Death Valley.
Just hot as fuck.
Oh no.
No one ever around.
That's like my weakness.
Yeah.
Super hot.
Dude,
Death Valley.
It's spectacular that we get along fucking at all.
You know what? After watching this, people will probably agree. What armor would you buy? There is a set called a Foot Soldier's Field Dress that was popular just past the War of the Roses. It's like a typical a set of armor, and the hat looks like the Ashen one from Dark Souls 3.
Yeah, okay.
The Foot Soldier's Field Dress. I think it's from 1490. I don't remember exactly. Maybe I'll put it up.
Bird faced?
Yeah, the bird face, but it has like this distinct, almost gothic look to it. It is just, and I looked it up, to get it made or to get a suit, to buy it is like over 10 grand.
Yeah.
So that's way down the line. I might even be too fucking old to even really use it when I can afford that.
It's my ideal set. I believe it's like a Swiss Guard.
Okay.
It's mostly articulated plate with the sallet and was it gorget?
Gorget, yeah.
Yeah, that's my ideal setup.
War of the Roses standard dress.
Yeah. If I also had infinite money applied to this, it would be anything during what is this historical period? It was one of the Civil War periods in Italy.
Yeah, Italy is not my bag, dude. I did only Heritage.
They had some of the most armor ever.
Italians
ever
knew how to make fucking
produced,
steel, dude.
And
English were pretty good. Scandinavians were pretty good. The Italians and the Germans, their Gothic plate.
Yeah,
pretty badass.
Pretty fucking good.
Pretty badass.
But yeah, if price wasn't an issue, it'd be. I think that was the 1400s as well. Maybe 1500s.
1500s, probably, yeah.
That era, Italian mercenary, big
That's right,
swinging
that's my
fucking
high
dick
school.
armor. Yeah.
Yeah, they did. The big puffy pants.
Yes.
The big old puffy
Yeah.
pants. Yeah.
The kind of armor that says I fucking paid for this because I haven't
all
died
like
yet, you know?
Antiqued and like, what do you call it when you engraved?
Yes.
Like, dude, those Prince armors and shit like that. Like, anytime anybody thinks of a full plate like troop walking, it's 1450 plus.
Yeah.
Because people just didn't have the fucking money back then, dude.
Yeah.
Next.
Again, if you have stuck with us through this, you're the real MVP.
A true ally and warrior.
We really did not expect this level of feedback, even though I asked for it and specifically organized it. I really did not expect you guys to come out like this. So big thanks, big props.
Every time I say this, like, this has been true since day one. We never expected anyone to watch this.
We expected
Literally.
fucking shitty dickhead internet troll
Being
YouTube
meaningless.
comments, and that was it. Like, that was our best
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
guess at what was gonna happen.
The only contact we would get is people being just spitting on us.
Yeah.
Being shitty to us.
Yeah. And you
And
guys
here
have
we
gone,
are.
yeah, you guys have gone so far beyond fandom, I guess, at this point, if you even want to call it that. I mean, now the majority of you guys are close confidants, really.
Exactly. Friend, like actual friends.
Yeah.
It's no longer a friend of the show. It's just literal friends of ours.
Yeah.
Which is fucking crazy.
It's
Bleeding
astounding.
heart moment of the day is I cannot believe, because I fell apart from 2020 to now to such a degree that for the entirety of like season 3, like you will scroll down a half scroll and see 3 posts that entitle an entire year. I fell on my ass so unbelievably hard, but everyone is still here and everyone like directly supports us, and I cannot. I literally.
I would largely
Cannot believe
contribute
it.
the continuation of the channel to the Discord.
This is from the Velvet Baron. First question: how long are you guys shooting per episode, and do you keep your helmets on the entire time?
We do keep our helmets on the
Yes.
entire time.
Yes, we fucking
Which
do.
is why we're so exhausted right now, because we don't actually have the piece of armor that
holds
keeps
the fucking helmet up. Yes.
that keeps you from fucking wanting to die.
I would say our longest one that we did was this video, which is like we're on hour 4 now.
Yeah.
And we recorded that one Darkest Dungeon session for 4.5 hours
Yes.
with a couple of breaks in between. We keep the helmets on the entire time because, as you may know, the Velvet Baron, actually, as I could say, thank you so much for your support. The Velvet Baron was the very first ever fan of the show and has been with us the entire time and has been a great source of knowledge and encouragement
Also,
the entire time.
this.
Yeah. He also provided all of the lights, the new lights that you see for the shorts. All this stuff is all because of him. And thank you so much for that. I very much appreciate you. But you know that. We have a really hard time with, there's something about us, and I don't know what it is. We've never been able to pin it down. But we're only actually funny when the camera's not rolling.
Whenever it's not going. It's like, while we've been shooting this, and I do it a whole lot.
Yes, you do, especially.
I don't know. I guess it's a coping mechanism of mine.
Sure.
Where I whenever I know that it doesn't count, then I'm fucking
Right.
I'm full of quips. Like, all my chiefisms are coming out. Everything's a piss take, and
I will literally yell at you.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
Stop
being
being
without
funny.
The camera. Yeah, stop
Yeah.
being funny with the camera on. But everything we've ever done, from our first documentary in 2007 all the way up until this show, we've always the best stories are when the fucking camera wasn't rolling.
Yeah.
So I have a very loose rule on the show, as if like you can only take your mask off. Well, I say this, it sounds like I'm being a fucking tyrant, but it's like you can only take your mask off if you're like drinking or taking an actual break. Otherwise, you got to keep it on because we got to catch anything that's good. So the helmet stays on the entire fucking shoot, no matter whether it's 1 hour or up to 4 hours. And I would say it's easily in between that.
Yeah.
I would say an hour is probably very normal. Hour, 2 hours.
Yeah. If you go back to all the episodes that I was in, like those series, more often than not, were done in one shoot.
Yes.
Which
we didn't have a lot of time to record together.
Yeah, if you go back and watch them, you can sense the frustration building.
Yes.
As the episode went on.
Yes.
Because if you know us at all, we do this less than ideally. So.
Well, not for me. Well, I guess I did take a long break, but it wasn't really a break. It was like, what the fuck am I even gonna do now?
Yeah.
Okay, nothing crazy there.
Do you hear that?
Yeah, it's the camera pulling in and out.
Okay.
I think. Maybe that's insane. Maybe I'm insane. I'm probably insane. I want to say this exactly the way he words it. What enchantments give Bernard sentience?
How much can I give away?
I see. That's the thing. It's like a kind of a mystery. However, I will say, because it's already out. Like there's already kind of a teaser for it in one of the shorts. But there's an item that our beloved Sheriff Bernard found inside of a large castle that he put on, which caused him to live forever. But it had a monkey's paw attached to it. I will say that. Yeah, it's coming out soon. I hate to be short about it. It's a very, very great question, but like I'm right on the precipice of revealing that. So take that for what you will. I appreciate the question though. What kind of games do you each prefer to play personally outside of the show that you would normally play for the show?
Okay, so that's a loaded question because I think of the two of us, I'm the only one that plays video games for fun still.
You're 90% correct about that. Yes.
You don't typically play games for fun unless you're playing with somebody else, right?
That is mostly true. Yes. Yeah. Almost entirely true.
So, like, I mean, I'm all over the place. I love sci-fi. Dude, I'm a slut for sci-fi. But then again, games like Red Dead 2, that's one of my favorite games. Like, it runs the gambit from things like Viva Pinata.
Right. Yeah, exactly.
Sure,
that's what the question is.
To weird, like, Xbox Live Arcade racer games.
Yeah, little tiny, those little, indie games.
Wii Sports.
Absolutely, dude. We used to fucking go nuts on Wii Sports.
I mean, I was a hardcore Call of Duty guy for a long fucking time until I discovered the glory that was Battlefield 3.
Yep. You're a big sci-fi shooter guy. Yeah. I think that's the thing.
Every Halo that is out as of shooting, I've played. Unfortunately, I will not partake in Infinite because it looks like dog shit.
I think it looks fine. We should try it at least.
It does not look good. No DMR, dude. Oh. No DMR. Like,
literally the only thing that I play.
Yeah.
There's no carbine and there's no DMR.
Yeah.
No semi-autos for me, I guess.
Yeah, just take all the good stuff out of Halo and then make everything a power weapon. Cool. Great job, 343.
Rock and roll.
Although Reach was really good.
Reach was pretty. I like ODST and Reach. Those are my favorite too. I don't like any of the main Halos.
Yeah.
I mean, they're fine, but I don't like them as much.
In my old age, my advanced age, I like
We're not that old yet.
Do nothing games.
Like Cookie Clicker and stuff?
Not Cookie Clicker, but like, so...
Clash Royale?
No.
Things like that?
Like games that don't technically have an end, like Skyrim and
Sure.
and Fallout 4 technically don't end, right?
Sure.
Even though once you like beat all the scripted content, there's absolutely nothing left.
Sure.
And it's a very shallow experience.
When you
like,
completed the adventure and you go back home,
yeah,
and you're just surrounded by everyone you used to know, and you're like,
yeah. Like so,
right.
Minecraft is one of those games.
Sure.
Like sometimes that one gets a hold of me, even though it scares the fucking shit out of me.
I love how Minecraft is scary to you. That's one of my favorite things.
That's a good one. No Man's Sky, believe it or not.
No Man's Sky. Okay, sure.
I have pissed away so much time in that game accomplishing fucking nothing.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying now.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I don't know why it took me that long to get it. But yeah, games where you can just exist within it.
Yes.
You don't have to do anything.
Same thing with Red Dead 2. Like, I don't actually like playing the game that much. I like being in the world.
Sure.
Like, so being a big, Billy, badass cowboy. I don't know. That's fun.
I spend a lot of my time researching indie games to play on my own. When I'm not playing on the show, and I've said this maybe on the show before, when I play a single player game by myself, I can literally hear the seconds of my life escaping me. This didn't happen until I was like in my mid to late 20s, and it made me fall out of love because I want to do so many things. And Mix and I had a conversation about it where we were talking about playing Skyrim, bringing that up. And I was like, yeah, maybe I want to play Skyrim. Like maybe I want to do Morrowind or something because I never played Skyrim on my own.
Yeah, but you watched
play it 5 times.
umpteen people play it.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I told her.
Like, there's literally nothing there for you. It's somebody throwing you the crust, basically.
Exactly. This is my literal, non-exaggerated experience of playing Skyrim. I played for 40 minutes. I ran from town to town. I stopped in the middle of a grassy field and quit.
Yeah.
I've played the game myself like 40 minutes. But I spent a lot of time on a website called itch.io. It's a lot of really small indie developers, and I trudge through hours of these indie games that people have made like with a team of maybe 5 maximum. And I find these games, and sometimes we play them on the show. And I found a group of people, and you will see a lot of these games coming up pretty soon. They're called Sock Pop.
Yes.
Their little logo is a little sock with a little hand puppet, and they make all sorts of fun little like 2-3 hour long games, very cutesy, fun games and things like that. I play games that take no time to complete on my own. That's like opposite of you. You play the game that, I don't have to do anything I don't have to. It takes, I could play this game for 2 hours.
It's another
1,000 hours.
It's another full-time job, basically.
Exactly.
For me.
And I have very specific, like very short, kind of cutesy, silly little games that take like 2 or 3 hours to complete at maximum. Just fun, goofy indie games made by 5 people or less that take 3 hours or less to play.
Our common ground up until recent history that we could always fall back on, regardless of how much both of us hated it, was World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Especially with like as old as that game is and how much content is in there.
Yes.
Like if you're thinking about playing it, don't play it for the current content because it's dog shit.
Yes. You can't really play the old content unless you do what do they call it? The legacy servers. There's a specific name for it. What is it called?
Are you talking about classic servers?
Yes, classic. Yeah.
Oh,
classic. Yeah.
That's a whole different thing because I've been like toying with the idea of playing a classic character, even though I have rose-colored glasses when it comes to that experience.
It's so boring.
But yeah, me and Cap here have literally wasted untold hours playing non-current content in that game.
Thousands of hours.
Because it was fun and enjoyable and there was no stress and we actually got to experience the game because we weren't trying to be good at it.
One of my favorite times I ever played video games. World of Warcraft is a game that's everyone probably understands. You get the big gear from doing the big dungeons, and then you do the even bigger dungeons called raids with like 40 people, and you get the biggest, baddest gear, right? So we started a fight club that you could only wear the worst items in the game, and I would spend weeks
finding
of my
locations,
time getting what they call vendor trash. They're like gray items that like are shit in value, and their drop rates from like the monsters in the world or mobs are so low because they're trash. But I loved them, and I would spend literal weeks getting full sets of gear for every type of player. In World of Warcraft, there's a big something called Guild Vault, and you have hundreds of items.
It is full of in-game garbage.
It is literally full of these gray items that I have found that I spent probably a year of my life
if
getting.
not more.
At least. But that's the kind of stuff I like to do. I don't know. Knowing that Chief is easily scared, are there any horror films that he does watch?
Actually, I do have an answer for this. I like exactly one scary movies.
Yeah?
Can you guess what it is?
Would it be easy for me to guess?
Yes, because you have an associated memory with it. From seeing it in theaters.
Cloverfield?
No, that wasn't scary.
And was I with you?
No. Whenever you saw it, no. Except for me. No, that's Cloverfield.
That's Cloverfield.
Where are the puzzles?
Oh, Silent Hill.
Silent Hill.
Silent Hill, yes.
Is the only scary movie that I enjoy. And I guess it's really, like, the movie's really not that scary. But it is
atmosphere.
Yeah,
the idea of being there.
Yeah, that movie's terrifying to me because I attempted to play the game by myself when I was a wee lad, and so yeah,
me and the Velvet Baron, we literally played it together growing up. So that's a really funny answer.
That's literally the only horror movie that I enjoy.
That's wild. The big pus monster that shoots the pus out of its body.
Oh, that's the worst one because
that's one of the worst ones.
And like everybody. Oh, the janitor in the movie
is bad.
Oh no.
What about the hot zombie nurses?
They weren't scary. Like at that point,
yeah,
you had been just so fucking filled with terror that.
It's like, okay.
You're just like, oh, they're going to cut your neck.
Normal.
Great.
You're like, okay, sure. Throw that at me. Why not?
Yeah.
Waterfall, big monsters. Fucking throw it all at me. I don't give a shit anymore.
Janitor fucking killed me because she read his suicide note before he showed up.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Pyramid Head is always Pyramid Head.
Hell yeah. Love me some Pyramid Head.
And then the cop getting burned on the bonfire, which is brutal,
dude. Yes, I do remember that specifically. Very specifically. Brutal.
Other than that, the scary movies. Dude, I don't... Fuck scary movies, I guess. Like, they're not fun to me at all.
Sure.
Like, I get scared by Minecraft.
That is so goddamn funny.
Why would I watch horror
I don't get
movies?
scared by stuff that's scary. I get scared by stuff that's super mundane. Like everyday
dogs.
life. And like being alive.
Yeah.
Like the idea of like slowly aging and dying from some shitty disease. That's what scares me.
Dude, I get scared of, in my current line of work, the wind, believe it or not, could fucking kill me in a heartbeat.
I hate the fucking wind. I hate the sound of wind. I hate everything to do with wind and doors. Doors are scary to me. I fucking hate doors.
I guess that's part of getting old. You realize that insignificant shit is much more likely to kill you than
some monster.
Yeah.
You know?
Like, fuck a monster.
Fifth and final question. What you eating under there? What have we snacked on the show? Pizza pie.
Pizzas. I don't know.
What do we actually don't.
We typically don't eat. We'll take an eat break. Actually, our old MO was film for entirely too long.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
And then go to Taco Bell and sit in there and be the only people in there.
Saying nothing. Giving it all to the camera.
What was one of your favorite lines? Is we were in there And at that time, I was just like desperately poor. So you buy me food all the time.
Sure, yeah, sure.
And I was on my phone
Oh, yeah.
attempting to rebuild my romantic life, right? So I was talking to my now current girlfriend, who's a wonderful girl.
Does she know about the show?
Sort of.
Oh, fuck.
I don't.
Okay, I'm gonna forget that. Go ahead. Just keep going.
Anyways, so I'm on my phone.
Yeah.
We haven't said a thing since we ordered food.
Yep.
And I set my phone down, and he says, "You know, my favorite thing about this is that we can share this moment together."
And I was leaving in 2 days to come move here. Oh, God, that was great. You did fucking laugh really hard, though.
I mean, it's funny.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, you fucking got me. But yeah, no, during the show, we don't eat.
No, or we'll film for a really long time, and then our other go-to is we fucking head on down to Denny's, dude.
Oh,
we go to
Denny's.
fucking Denny's. We're sitting there, like almost full dress, like with no like armor on, but just like our whole, the jacket and the flannel, and we go sit down and eat at fucking Denny's. And me and Chief, and this is the last thing I'm gonna say before we do farewells, is like on Christmas Eve, what we do is we go to fucking Denny's
At like 1 in the morning.
That's our Christmas ghost is we go to fucking Denny's.
And we don't order like normal shit.
No. And
then we just leave a big old fat tip for whoever's working.
Yeah, it's like at least like $40.
Yeah.
It's a lot. All right, we did it, dude.
I gotta take a screaming piss again before we say goodbyes.
Oh shit. Hurry. Oh, hurry, goddammit, hurry. It's like 4 a.m.
I know. Oh.
Let's flub the ending like we normally do.
I really didn't expect you guys to ask that many fucking questions because, again, we didn't.
The guy who fucking forced everyone to do it.
Yeah, I know.
I'm just gonna get slowly close.
And I knew how long-winded we were, but hopefully you guys enjoy this.
We like storytellers.
Follow us on Twitter at...
No one's gonna watch this.
Fucking just say it.
Fucking at Arms and Armor. We also have Instagram. Fucking... That's it. Anyway, I just wanted to. This is fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Kind of drunk. I just wanted to say thank you so much. I cannot believe that anyone is here. Look at that fucking guy.
Show this video to your mom.
I forgot that he has a mic. He has a mic too.
Yeah.
It's auto-focused on me, so who's really winning here?
Especially after
around
the ups and
holy
downs.
fuck,
Yeah.
during one of the darkest periods of my life, but we're now here. Anyway, happy birthday to us. Very much appreciate you.
Victory. We're about to go eat irresponsible amounts of Whataburger, I
At
think.
this moment in time, I literally have not gotten up from my desk and eaten in 40 hours.
Yes.
I'm very hungry.
My back fucking really hurts.
I'm legitimately in pain.
In the camera. Good night.
Have a good night, everybody.
The man up in the moon, and here's what I say. There ought to be a moonlight